Oh, shalom. Back in another video. It's a nice evening out here on the land. Got some things we need to get done. There's the shed that Pastor them did for us. Home. Okay. So anyway, let me give you guys an update on where we're at. So on this shed that Pastor them put together for us. I got here and probably one of the first things I wanted to do was build shelves. We got a pegboard up now, but we were littered with tools in here, and so one of the first things I did when I got here is we put up these shelves right here. These stack up, and that's exactly what we did. Really not where we want it to be yet, but it's a start. And got this pegboard over here, pegboard. I'm sorry, pegboard, and we're just getting together some accessories. Some buckets, some bins, and some hooks and things of that nature. And I'll probably get a few more and probably hook it up in here a little bit. So we got a ways to go, but this is kind of where we're at. We got to put on some double doors, which have already been made. We just got to slap them on. We'll get to that. We also got to do soffit. Haven't done that yet, but that's something we'll get to, especially once I get more time. What else we got going on? Nice little shot of the property. Daryl does a pretty good job manicuring at least the majority of the front half of the land up here. We got to get a zero-turn mower. This leads down to the creek, but I was just walking down there, just checking the levels of the creek and really just learning this area. This is what I'm doing. It's really nice. Something that we got going on right now straight ahead is something that we've kind of learned. Well, let me just say that we know of and that we picked up from Brother Al straightway in Tennessee, and these block raised beds. And so we've ordered some block, and just like Pastor has been saying, they're quite a ways behind on their garden this year because of the crazy weather. And we have some starters in the house, and they're starting to really grow, but it's about time that we put them in the ground or in a raised bed. So we're really pressed for time on this. So this is actually one of Deacon Gorman's projects, being tasked with getting this up and going within the next week. And it didn't take us long to get a weed barrier and also blocks, and so just really preparing the next week to actually put these plants in the soil. I can't tell you off the top of my head what all seeds we got. That'll be something for Deacon Gorman to kind of fill me in on what all we got, what all starters that they've been growing inside the home. But I'm pretty sure we'll get them up real quick, fast, in a hurry within this next week or so. So this should be about 200-foot raised beds, and we also have plans to do some corn. So we're actually looking into renting a tiller or actually purchasing a tiller in order to do a nice little area for corn. We got quite a few chicken on land, not enough to really support all the saints here. So something we got to think about is doing a chicken coop. We still got to finish putting tin up on the sides of this carport for the RV, and as I said earlier, we got to kind of finish up on that shed. It's a good looking shed. You know, Pastor and them really knew what they were doing when they came out here. But anyway, we got a little small compost pile, but not really enough for those beds, so we're probably gonna have to go buy a little something. But it's a really nice evening out here. The Father's truly blessed us. Deacon Gorman still in there finishing up on the utility room. I don't know how much longer he has left to go, but it's pretty nice. But anyway, I guess what I'll start doing is trying to keep everybody abreast of what we got going on as we're working on things and as we're starting to finish some things up. There's one area of the creek I think the women and children like to come to. The water level seems to have went down a little bit. But this is something that the children love to come. My daughter especially loves to come up in here and throw rocks into the water, and I think they go down into the areas where it's dry and they kind of stand in there, bring us some chairs, and she likes to go and stand in the water. This is a really nice thing about this land. I like to come up here. I think everybody's favorite part of the land is the creek. So yeah, everybody loves the creek. Everybody. So but yeah, they got little small fishes in there, nothing big enough to eat per se, but it's really nice. It's beautiful out here, it really is. And yeah, as you can see, we're in what we call a depression or in the valley, so the sun's starting to set over here. Rises over there, of course, but it's quite a bit of property. Just thought I'd show you guys. You know, some of y'all haven't really been out here. Well, a lot of people haven't been out here actually, so but anywho, that's kind of what we got going on. Finishing up a shed. We're doing, like, you know, Deacon's always got something going on in there in the home. This is his job. This is what he does, the land. So finish up on the carport along with the shed and raised beds. So that's kind of what's priority, and one day eventually I'll be here working right alongside of him. We got maybe a few more months to go. So anyway, that being said, bless you all. Shalom.